So this is Dangbei's first ever Google TV powered wireless portable projector with ultimate viewing freedom, hence the model name Freedo. Really excited to showcase how this performs, but make sure to check the link in the description to get the latest pricing information and any early bird discounts, and also to look at all of the key specs and things that I may not cover in this video. We're going to start off and showcase what comes in the box, as well as going through the design and the key specs, and then we'll go ahead and play back some demo content. But just remember, this is a wireless portable projector, so the speakers might not be as loud as you would expect for a massive home theater speaker system. But nonetheless, I'm going to try my best to give you the best audio demo as well from my microphone that's attached to my jumper. Having said that, let's go ahead and kick off the video. Okay, so this is wireless and you do get around 2.5 hours of battery life when you're just using this on its own. But in the box, it does come with a 65-watt USB powered charger as well that you can connect to the USB-C port. I'll showcase where that is on the projector in a second. You also have a nice carry pouch to put the projector in as well. So you can just take this with you, put it in your backpack, making it very portable, protecting it from dust and anything like that. You get yourself the user manual. You also get a remote control. Pretty standard. You have the dedicated YouTube, Netflix and Prime Video buttons. Yes, this does have licensed Netflix as well. On the side of the remote, there's this red button here. This is for the focus. If you single press, it will go into manual focus. If you hold it down for a few seconds, it will do automatic focus as well. So that's a very quick and convenient way to access the focus settings. The remote control also does come with 2 AAA batteries. And overall, the whole package comes in this nice carry case that you can actually put your projector and all your accessories in. Comes with a lock switch and it's very easy to take with you. It is styrofoam and it's going to protect you when you do want to take your projector on your travels. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at the design of the projector whilst we take a look at the key specs along the sidebar. Now it comes in this nice metallic grey design. You see the projector lens right there at the front with the sensors. Then you also have the gimbal stand that this sits on. So you can tilt this with all of the freedom and flexibility of wherever you want to project it. Even if you want to project it upwards to your ceiling, it can do that because it also has very fast auto keystone. And if you're wondering, does this have any ports to connect to any other external devices? Yes, it does. On the left hand side, you have a slot for a USB and also for HDMI. So it gives you that connectivity options if you do want to connect maybe an external device directly into this. Now, just on the left hand side underneath those ports, this is where you would connect your USB-C power. Right underneath the pivot of the gimbal stand, there's the USB-C port. You connect to your cable there if you just want to have continuous power going into the projector. On the other side of the gimbal stand, this is where you have the power button. This also doubles up as an indicator light for the battery life as well. So if you're running low on battery, this will start to go amber and even red as well when it is getting depleted. But you can also keep track of the battery life when you are in your Google TV and you go to the settings. And if you did want to mount this onto any specific tripod or plate, then it does come with a 1/4 inch thread right at the bottom of the base. So now let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to connect it to my ALR screen here to give you the best quality on the visuals. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at a sample demo video and audio test to see what you guys think. All right, you can see the projector is now on my stand. You've got the LED indicator light there where the power button is. There's still a lot of daylight coming into the room and you can still see how clear that is. 450 ISO lumens. It's very generous, but what I'm going to do to give you the best quality is I'm going to make it blackout in the room. We'll run through the settings and then we'll jump into a demo video. And there we go. Look how much clearer that is. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the settings. I won't go through all the settings. I've reviewed Google TV settings many times. A lot of them are very similar. I will go through some of the picture, display and sound settings though, just to show you what is available. So of course you have your focus settings there. Image correction, you can go to auto or manual for the keystones. You can fit to screen as well. So if you have a set screen on your wall, then you can have this automatically adjust to that screen. Image adaptation, you have the option to actually zoom. And if you wanted to maybe shrink the size of the projection to fit your screen, you can do that. You also have the option to reposition the image that's being projected as well. So if you want to shift it left or right, then that's a very convenient thing to have as well. Let's go down to advanced, and here you can see auto keystone correction after you move the projector, which I think is very convenient because then it gives you the flexibility and the freedom to then move this from the wall to the ceiling, for example. If you have obstacles in the way, then you can turn this on, but I don't have anything blocking the screen as well, so I'll just leave that off. Now, like I mentioned, The speakers are not as powerful as you would expect in much larger projectors, and that's just obvious. But if you want to connect this to a soundbar via Bluetooth, then you have the option to do that. But likewise, if you want to connect it to your headphones as well, you can connect it via Bluetooth to your AirPods or any other over-ear headphones. This is where you can see the battery life of the projector that I was mentioning at the start of this video, just to keep an eye on if you are using this on wireless power. So 2.5 hours is more than enough to watch a full-length movie or a couple of episodes of your favorite TV shows. Advanced settings, you can turn on smart eye protection. You have the projection mode as well. This does one-click dust removal, which is actually convenient to make sure you have the longevity of your projector without it getting damaged via dust. And then some remote control battery levels and versions just there listed on the right hand side. And then when we go into display and sound, you have the options to change the picture and the sound inputs. If you go into picture, I've got it set to vivid. If you go into movie, select this, and it makes it a little bit more like a filmmaker mode that you get on most TVs. But if you just want to have it as standard, then you can do that. But if you want to play around with it, then you of course have the option to go to custom. Likewise with the sound, you have the options for various different sound modes. Depending on the content you're watching, you may want to change this as well. If you want to go into expert settings, there's only one option here at the moment, which is automatic volume controls. And that's pretty much all of the main settings I wanted to cover. Everything else is pretty standard. Let's go ahead and play back some demo videos. This does have Netflix as a licensed app on there, so you have no worry about that. And you should have access to all of your favorite apps that you would need to watch your favorite shows and movies on. So we'll go ahead and play something and see what you guys think. Okay, you saw how stunning the visuals actually looked in that demo video. I have to say, you saw that I went up to 100% of the volume. That's because it is quite low with the small speakers that are inbuilt into this, but hopefully you heard it from the audio as well, that it's actually very clear. So the main USP, I would say, of the projector is its ultimate freedom of portability and having a wireless power, so you can actually use this outdoors, maybe in the summer, you're having a garden party. That is going to be very convenient. But if you want it as a full home cinematic experience, I would generally recommend if you connect it to a soundbar, that will give you just the ultimate setup that you'll need to enjoy all of your content. Now you can see here, the visuals are absolutely stunning. It's very clear. I do have this on the vivid picture mode, but I'm just going to play one more video just so you can hear a bit of dialogue as well in the videos rather than just the music, and see what you guys think.
We are on a quest for the spectacular. We ideate, we innovate, we find a better way, we study the senses, we measure awe, we calibrate wonder, we tinker, we test, we fine-tune. We keep going until a solution's in sight. We design. We build. And work with fellow innovators to blur the line between here and here.
You heard that it actually is very clear, it's sharp, and I just can't fault with the combination of the visuals and how clear the audio is, albeit it might not be as loud as you'd expect. This is amazing value for money. One thing I also want to show with this is because it is the ultimate viewing freedom, I just want to tilt it away from my screen and onto the ceiling, just to show you how quick the auto focus and auto keystone reacts when you do reposition the projection onto a wall or a ceiling very quickly. Okay, right now you can see it's on my A-Lar screen. I'm just going to tilt the projector upwards towards the ceiling. It's making the adjustments for the keystone and the focus. Once it's done, it's going to continue playing that video where it left off. And there you go. How great does that look? That's just amazing. The speed that this does this at, I can't see any other projector doing it as well as the Dangbei Freedo. If I want to bring it back, I'll just point it back towards the screen. It will readjust everything, and there you go, back to where it was before. That in itself is so quick and so amazing, because this is a front-facing projection right now, so it didn't need to go to that length to keystone and focus correct it when it's at an awkward angle like the ceiling. So that is an amazing showcase of the power of how much freedom you have with this projector. So there you have it. Dangbei, always at the forefront of projector technology. The Freedo is an amazing deal. Make sure to check the link in the description, and as always, if you do have any questions, make sure to drop your comments down below. If you enjoyed the Freedo, make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time.